Hello everyone, Ron and David here, coming to you from our website astrologynewsreport.com.
Now we look at the upcoming planetary patterns and predictions, what's in store in the heavens for July 27th to August 3rd and beyond.
On Monday, July 28th, Mercury leaves Gemini and enters Cancer. By entering Cancer, Mercury merges its significations with Jupiter's energy. The planet of the rational mind and communications combines with the planet of hope, conciliation, and wisdom, leading to better, more positive thinking.
But Mercury doesn't do so well in Cancer. Mercury represents the rational mind. Cancer is ruled by the moon, which is the emotional mind, and Cancer is a water sign. Therefore, emotionally based Cancer contaminates the linear thinking of Mercury. But it is supposed to be good for intuitive thinking.
Mercury catches up to Jupiter at the end of this week. The exact conjunction will be on Saturday, August 2nd at 9 degrees Cancer. Jupiter is the planet of increase and expansion. Mercury is the planet of ideas. Combining the two, we get big ideas.
Sounds like good news to me. I am looking forward to hearing some positive, forward-thinking, big ideas. There's been more than enough downers of late.
Roger that. Jupiter comes out of combustion at the end of the week. By next Sunday, Jupiter will be far enough away from the Sun to be once again visible to the naked eye just before sunrise on the eastern horizon.
When a planet is combust, that is to say, eclipsed by the Sun, its significations suffer. For instance, during the past week, there has been a dearth of wisdom, truth, and ethical behavior, all significations of Jupiter.
So the good news is that when we can once again see Jupiter, it is more able to deliver its beneficence. This is even more the case because the planet is in its sign of exaltation.
And Mercury will be combining with Jupiter, which is generally a good thing, since Mercury adds an element of rationality.
So we can predict that the various conflicts around the globe should wind down, or at least talks and negotiations can make some progress.
But unfortunately there's still the Mars-Saturn conjunction, which will be getting progressively tighter as we advance through August. The exact conjunction will be on August 25th at 23 degrees of Libra.
The intensity of the effects of this malefic combination increases as Mars closes in on Saturn. The energy of determined effort, focused violence, ruthless, uncompromising action, and resulting crisis continues for all of August.
So it's a two-sided sword. On the one hand, Mercury conjunct Jupiter brings potential for positive, optimistic negotiations and the potential for conciliation. Yet, on the other hand, we still have the hardening ideology represented by Mars conjunct Saturn in Libra. Which way do you think it goes, Ron?
Well, David, the answer is that depends on other factors. Looks like it will be a conflicting sequence of events. See, too, that these combinations are mutually square to each other, so the energy pulls first one way and then the other.
Speaking of other factors, looking ahead a bit, we see that Venus will enter Cancer on August 7th. Then there will be 3 planets in the sign of the moon, plus the Sun, making for 4 significators total, all expressing their energy through this sign.
Venus will combine energies with Jupiter. Both of these planets are classed as natural benefics. Both are significators of guidance and learning. Mercury, the planet of communications, will still be in Cancer until August 12th. So it looks like a good combination and should lead to some resolution of at least one of the various global conflicts. Venus will be exactly conjunct Jupiter on August 18th at 13 degrees Cancer.
But in another way, putting Venus together with Jupiter turns out to be not so favorable. The problem is Jupiter is expansive and celebratory, and Venus represents pleasures, so it can turn out to be too much of a good thing, leading to all sorts of excess, indulgence, and dissipation.
This setup puts a lot of emphasis on the moon because the moon becomes the ruler, the dispositor of all the other planets' energies. Since the moon moves rapidly through the zodiac as well as waxing and waning, it is considered a factor of instability.
And thus, the fortunes of the moon will then extend to all the planets in its sign, Cancer. If the moon is in a positive sign, we get the potential for good outcomes. In a negative sign, we get setbacks. Also, Cancer is the sign of the public. People will be swayed first one way, then the other.
That's a good example, David. We'll track the moon as it moves from sign to sign, while this major conjunction is in force next month.
Thanks for visiting astrologynewsreport.com. Now on to segment 3 of this week's show.